So the match finishes Crystal Palace 1, Forest 1. Welcome to the player ratings. Good morning, good evening, or good night. Hope you guys are doing well. Welcome to the player ratings. Coming up, we're going to break down the game. We'll talk about your ratings on the players, my ratings on the players, and what does that mean for the top 5 race for the Champions League. Also, let me know who your man of the match was. If you're watching later, get it down in the comments. And if you haven't already, please don't forget to hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed as well if you are new. And let's jump into this. So I'll be honest with you, overall, I'm okay with the point. I'm quite happy with the point. Obviously, a win would have been more ideal, but I just feel a point is okay at Palace. I think Palace are a brilliant team, and I think that their right fullback, I said it to Rich and I said it to D in our pre-match previews, what a great player he is, Muniz, and I think he was outstanding, so I have to shout him out. He was absolutely sensational for me, probably their best player on the night. But in general, I thought we started okay. We started to try and pass the ball around a bit. But then slowly but surely, we kind of reverted a bit to type and ended up playing a couple of times hoofball. I don't think there was a team. I don't think either team really kind of bust the pitch for me. And I think a draw is a fair result. I really do. But you have to then add in there the expectation of, okay, well, Palace are, with all due respect to them, their eyes are set fully and firmly on the FA Cup final. What I didn't see tonight was that push and that desire when we got level to then go and try and win the game. We didn't take the momentum, I think is the one negative I would take from this game. We didn't take the momentum after that equalizer to then go and try and push on. And kind of, you would expect that Palace wouldn't have put up such a big fight if we were able to get the lead and everything like that. So, look, I'm happy with the point because I think Palace are a good team. Selhurst Park is a tough ground to go to. I've seen plenty of Cartel 6 teams go there and lose. I think the biggest worry coming from that game is the Murillo injury. It looked like a hamstring to me. I don't know yet. I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens. But now that's all that's said and done, for me, as long as Newcastle and Chelsea don't draw, Forest should be back in the top 5 after we beat Leicester. So, and good timing, Manny's in the chat. Shout out to Manny. So, look, it wasn't amazing. Let's be real here on what we're saying. This football wasn't like top 5 football, if I'm being honest with you, but at least there was a bit more fight and a bit more passion from the players and an attempt to kind of move that ball around a bit as well and what have you. But look, a draw is a draw. The penalty for me, it was a penalty. I'm not sure if the foul was going to be given on Dominguez or on Sells, but in the end, it was given on Sells. Luckily, because the booking went his way. Dominguez, if he'd picked up a second there, could have been sent off. Sangare, for me, I thought played quite well. Passes were made forward. I think he probably, first 20 minutes, he stood out and then slowly but surely faded out of the game. I think with him, sometimes he gets done by the pace of the opposition. His tackles can be a little off. He's a bit of a bozo moment in the first half where he tried to do a La Croqueta in his own box. And gave away a shot. But I think passing-wise, though, at least we had a passer in the box there. So that was him. Gibbs-White, for me, was very quiet today. I thought Einar was very quiet down that right-hand side. I thought probably if you look at a heat map, most of our work came down the left-hand side. Nico Williams, again, I thought was excellent today up against their best player in Muniz. But in general, I think a draw is a fair result, and I think as long as Newcastle and Chelsea don't draw, and even if they do, to be honest, that would put us level on points with both of them. So, as I said on Never a Foul earlier, there is a scenario. If if Chelsea beat Newcastle and Forest win their next 2 games, and Newcastle lose to Arsenal, Chelsea and Forest could play out a draw and give themselves both Champions League football. But I think Newcastle should beat Chelsea at home. And then that could create a straight up shootout for 5th come the final day of the season. So anyway, that's for a discussion down the road. So yeah, I thought Einar was a bit quiet. Whether or not he's fully fit, I don't know. There was a couple of decent runs for him, but I just thought predominantly we protected him by playing most of our stuff down the left-hand side. Eze had a good shot that hit the bar. Outside of that, if I'm being honest with you, I don't think we again created too many clear-cut chances. And that for me is the takeaway from that game. We've got to create clear-cut chances, and we're not creating any. Now, this has been a thing with Forest, and we've come up against a team who are a low possession-based team, and the likelihood is it was going to be a draw. And this probably just highlights the fact that had we got a point against Everton, maybe scumbagged a 0-0 against Brentford or whatever, things would be different. Turning a couple of those defeats into a draw, it is what it is. Who else we got to talk about? I thought Milenkovic was pretty solid today. Murillo, good finish. Very clever, cute finish from Nico Williams' shot. And Anderson, I thought, was pretty damn good in that midfield. So yes, overall it's good. It's just the creativity for me is still not there. But let's get into your thoughts and see what you guys think. So let's jump across to the player ratings. Get your player ratings in. It is 5 or 6 is an average. 10 is like a next level performance. And then 0 if you thought players were crap. That's kind of your scale that you're working with. So let's jump across to the player ratings. Let's start with Selhurst. I don't think Selhurst had a bad match, to be honest. And I saw him actually passing the ball out a few times. The question is, what we're saying about the penalty. Is the blame on Selhurst for the penalty? Or is it on Dominguez? Yeah, Simon, Eddie, man. I did warn you guys on Eddie. But when that ball went in the net, I was on the end stream Dave button, I gotta say. I don't know about... I don't think he had a bad game. And I think it was more Dominguez on that penalty than Selhurst, even though Selhurst made the foul. Do you get me? It's a weird one to kind of judge. So I'll give him... And he got close to saving the penalty. I'll give him about 7, a couple of decent saves as well. 6, 7, something like that for me for Selhurst. You lot are all talking about MGW in the chat. Don't worry, we will get onto him because there does need to be a discussion on his performances of late. No penalty 6, but giving pen away is his fault. I think, chat, who's at fault for the pen? Would you say Dominguez or Selhurst? I'll tell you what, I'm going to go 6. The one other criticism I have about Selhurst tonight is that he just stays on his line too much. There's a couple of times, I think it was Einar in the first half, was expecting Selhurst to come out, and Selhurst like, not happening. See this white line between the post? That's my domain. So I just would have liked him to come out a couple more times. He did once. So I'll give him a 6. Let's see what you guys did. 6.62. You're about, so I was saying like somewhere between a 6 and 7. So I think that's a fair score. My God, you lot are proper going in on Gibbs-White tonight, man. He did come off his line more tonight. Yeah, but there's a couple ones where he should have and didn't. All right, let's move on to Einar. As I've already said, for me, Einar was very quiet today. I think we were protecting his side by not putting the ball down the right-hand side. He didn't do anything wrong. I just don't think he was involved that much in the game because I feel, I might be wrong, but a lot more of the attacks were coming from the left-hand side. There was one run where he kind of got in behind the defense, put a cross in and what have you. Outside of that, a bit anonymous for me. I think it was instruction, try and attack down the left-hand side and just let him kind of get some minutes and match fitness in. So I'll give Einar a 6 out of 10. Nothing wrong, nothing right. I just think most of the game was down the opposite flank for me. See what you guys are saying. 6.8, nearly a 7. I think that's a little high, guys. I don't think there was too much involved there, but okay. Einar 6 at best, still not 100%, says Matt. I don't think anyone did much wrong, to be honest, this day. So I'm saying it was just like, I think a draw is a fair result, and a draw keeps us ticking along. A draw keeps us ticking along. Anyway, okay, let's move on from Einar. Milenkovic, with his busted nose. He was a lot better today than he was against Brentford. I can tell you that much. He looked fine. Overall, solid. I wouldn't say outstanding. I don't think he was under much duress tonight. I'll give him a nice solid 7 out of 10. A lot better than the score he got at Brentford. No major mistakes that I can think of. How did their penalty? Oh yeah, it's the Dominguez thing. I'll give him a 7 out of 10. See what you guys did. Exactly the same, pretty much. 7.1 from you guys. Yeah, get your scores in on the chat as well, because this one's doing your collective scores. So if you want to put your individuals ones there, get them in. Yeah, I agree, Owen. I thought Mateta was very quiet and well marshalled by the two centre backs. Big up to you, Wolves F1. Need Geordies to beat Chelsea at the weekend. Either way helps us, as long as obviously we beat crappy Leicester. But we'll have a whole build up. Don't worry, with the boys over on Blue Tinted Glasses, no doubt. I'll see if I can get Chappie out of retirement. We'll do a decent build up to this Leicester game. Okay, let's move on to Murillo. Excellent finish. Excellent. I thought he just chucked a toe at it, but when you watch it, it's a nice, good flick on there. I thought it was a good finish. Oh, God, what's Crypto done now? Crypto says, apologies to my fellow P&O cruise passengers for splashing my drink on a table when that white-haired C-nut Will Hughes nearly scored. My God, man. I thought it was in as well. It kind of rustled the top of the net, didn't it? Freaking Mr. Me, Myself, and Irene Sheepshagger, man. Big up to Crypto. I hope you're enjoying your break. So, yeah, the finish was excellent from Murillo. I thought he was very comfortable at the back. There was only one time where a ball got played through the middle, where Eze ran through the middle, that I thought the defense opened up a little. Outside of that, I think they played quite solid. So I'll give him as well a 7.5 for me because of the finish as well. I hope the injury. I felt like he was trying. I don't know what you guys felt, but was he telling Nuno, no, I'm still fine to stay on? Like, has he just tweaked the hamstring maybe? Crypto and Rob on a romantic cruise, and Crypto's with Rob's hat. Sangare starting seemed to let Anderson run free. Anderson was brilliant. We'll come on to that as well, and I do agree with what you've said there, matey. Let's see what you guys gave Murillo. 7.7 from you guys. So what did I say? 7.5. So about the same as well. Guys, how are we doing on the likes? Let's have a quick like check. Before we go into the midfield. We're on 82 likes, and we got well over 600 in here. It should be over 100. Right? Take a quick second. I'll be real with you. It should be 150 minimum at this stage of the stream. So, very quick reminder. Everyone take a quick second. Check. If you haven't hit the like button, hit the like button. Make sure you're subscribed as well. I'm telling you, a point is a good result from this one. Okay, so trust me, I've done all the maths on this. A point is okay. All right, we're up to 140, so 10 more for the 150. And let's move on to, did we do your score? 7, yeah, we did, 7.7. Okay, let's go on to Nico Williams. Look, this is something I forgot to mention in kind of the start here, talking about the pre-match. My biggest gripe, especially in that first half, was that whenever we got the ball, whenever Murillo in particular got the ball or Sangare got the ball, shout out to George, happy 1 year anniversary. Appreciate it, bro. Whenever they got the ball, the team was too static. The team just stood like statues, stuck in the mud, musical statues and all that stuff. It was just too static. There was not enough movement. And the only person for me who was making those moves was Nico Williams. And it was like, at least he was trying to progress forward and what have you. I do agree with what Carol said. Like, the shots are a little iffy. Some of the crosses were as well, but he got the assist from one of those iffy shots onto Murillo and it went in. And I don't really care. That counts as an assist. I'll give it to him as an assist. So I think, look, I don't think it was his like next level best match, but I still think he had a very good match. And yes, what Steve says there, because he has to cut in to go onto his right foot, it is what it is. His left foot is good, but not obviously as strong as his right foot. Since you went on NAF, we have had so many trolls in this chat, lol. And they're just like, they're obsessed with me, Sai. What can I say? They live rent-free. I live rent-free in their mindset. Are they in here now? Big up to the trolls. Make sure you've liked as well. Pay your rent if you're in here. So I'd probably give Nico Williams a 7. Good assist. I don't know how much he meant it to be an assist, but at least he had the endeavor to get forward. Shout out to Hassan. Appreciate you subscribing, bro. And big up to Mark as well with the $5. He says a hard fought point at an informed Palace after playing 3 matches in 8 days. Much love for all you do and all the Forest fans. We can still do it. Big up to you, Mark. Thank you so much for the 5, bro. Appreciate it and fully agree. And also the Great Pretender with the 25 months, bro. That's crazy long time. Thank you so much for your support as well. Simon's saying Williams was not good. Simon's got Williams' agenda. All right. Let's see what you guys said for Nico. Are you agreeing with me? Man, you're exactly agreeing with me. 7.0 on the nose. So, Simon, you're wrong. We're all right. That's all I'm saying. Big up to Owen with the 30 months, Owen. Big up to you. Much love. Wolfie, let us take the rightful place as the best team in the Midlands now. Get your second star, bro. Get your second star, Josh. Where's that second star? You told me you were going to get it. What happened, Josh? What happened? Shout out to Josh. Make sure you subscribe to Josh as well. He'll be here on Friday. Josh, 6 p.m. Friday for the running, yeah? I've warned you now. Okay, so Nico Williams, 7. Let's go into the midfield, and this is going to be fun because you guys are going to have your underbelly agendas when it comes to Sangare. I thought in general Sangare was very good. I think all right, big up, Josh. I'll send the link in the group like Thursday or something. Look, the difference for me with Sangare is that Anderson was able to open up more today for me. And this was meant to be the combo, Sangare and Danilo at the start of the season. I like the combo of Sangare and Anderson as the 6 and the 8. What I will say is he definitely faded in the match and he became lazy with his challenges. And that's when he got his booking. Has he booked every single game he's played, by the way? I would say, for me, progressively in terms of the passing, what I liked is when we started to use him as the anchor point. And I think that's the player and position that we haven't had with him out of the team, where the ball can rotate to him. He can then spray it to the right, bring it to the left. You say he's slow, but his feet were quite quick. There was a couple of times where it looked like he was going to go right. He switches it up to the left and what have you. And let's be real, man. This is his first start. His first start since, I think, August. Okay, so like he's been underused and I didn't see anything there to suggest that he's not on par or better with the others that we've got who have played that position. And he's better than Yates, whatever anyone says. I mean, he got a yellow card. Yates came straight on and got a yellow card. So again, he needs a run in the team. Get that match fitness up, get the chemistry going with there. But I saw a lot of very positive signs between him and Anderson as well. So I was pleased with his performance. I'm going to give him a 7. I think first half, he was like an 8. Second half, he faded, gassed a little, got lazy with some of the challenges. I'll give him a 6 in the second half, so I'll make that into a 7. He ain't better than the 8s. Piss myself laughing, you mad. All right, Joe, that's well funny, isn't it? That's well funny. If you think he's better than the 8s, that's your opinion. That's your opinion. And I agree with Sai. He passes the ball forward, man. I didn't see Yates do one forward pass when he came on. And by the way, this doesn't need to be a Yates versus Sangare thing or a Sangare versus Dominguez thing, right? This is the Forest squad. You got to utilize what's there for you. Sangare is an 8 for me. He used to play a lot higher at PSV, but he can do the 6th position. He can do the 6th position. And here comes the biggest hater of Sangare on this planet. This fraud right here, man. This fraud. Who's going to say, I guarantee you, I'll get a message from him saying, how did you just say what you said about Sangare? Were we watching different games? Yates was so much better when he came on. Big up to Brucey. Love you, bro. But you are a dickhead. Anyway. We don't exactly this, Cullis. Exactly this. That literally sums it up. I knew this would get controversial as soon as we start talking about Sangare. So yeah, everyone say hi to Brucey. Tell him he's a C-nut in the chat. Anyway, I've given him a 7. Let's see what you guys gave him. Then there's the agendas, 6.6. 6.6 agendas. Big up to the great pretender who's with the £5. He says, totally agree about Sangare. No agenda with me. He is key to transition to being a possession-based team. Great game. Absolutely on the money. Great pretender. We need to swap seats. I know that would please Brucey if we did that. Bang on. In one sentence, you summed up all of my waffle. So big up to you. Thank you for the £5, bro. Absolutely spot on. Twinny says, with the $5, says, as someone who loves seeing you get cooked, today is not the day since top 5 is still in your hands. Facts. But we will be there soon, though. Very, very soon. Big up to you. Big up to you. I don't know why I'm getting messages saying, oh, you've blown it and stuff. It's still in our hands. And it's very likely we're in the top 5 come the weekend. Thank you so much for the for the $4.99. Much love to you, bro. Okay, let's just do a quick like check. We're on 191 likes. So can we get 9 more likes, get us over that 200 mark? Make sure you've hit the like button. Make sure you've subscribed as well. Can we push on to 25,200? We're only 34 away from that. Okay, let's get away from your agendas with Sangare. And surely let's talk about a player we can all agree on today was back. For me, Anderson was fantastic today. Very good on the ball, both going forward and defensively. I thought he worked really hard. In that Brentford game, for me, he just looked annoyed. He just looked annoyed. Maybe because he got booked early or something. I don't know. His head didn't look in the game. Today, I thought he played well down the left. I thought defensively, he did well. Nicky's saying he was terrible. Yeah, but Nicky still wants Miguel and goal, isn't it? That was better by Anderson. Did he have a shot in the game that was a weak one? I can't remember. But good player. For me, 8 is the right position for him. I know, was it Crypto saying put him in 10 and stuff? I don't trust his shooting for a 10, if I'm being honest with you. I'll give him an absolute solid 8 out of 10 for me. I thought he was very good. Maybe a contender for the man of match. Don't know if you lot will agree or not. Let's see. Let's see what you did. Wow, 7.1. I thought I would have marked him lower than you guys. So I'm quite surprised by that. I thought you guys would have gone higher than an 8. We need those CB tiers. We do. Is that a little harsh from you guys? Just put in the chat. What did you rate him when you filled it out? Let's see where the trollers are. All right, give me your rating from 0 to 10, whatever you put. Do you trust MGW as a 10 with his shooting? No, Cluffy, I do not. I do not. A lot saying 8, 8, 9, 7, 9, 8. He won the ball. So, yeah, he was very good going back, and I thought decent going forward as well. All right, so you lot are all now saying 8, right? If I was to add those averages up, I mean, apart from Brindley, who gave him a 1 for some reason, that would probably be higher than a 7.1. I'm wondering if the Never a Foul trolls are in here. Give us a quick wave. Yo, if you're a troller, big up to you guys. Say hi in the chat. I just want to know how many trollers we got going. So get those highs in there. According to you guys, then he should have averaged about an 8, which is what I gave him. You gave him an 8, don't I? All right. You were trolling there as well. But yeah, for me, surely a contender for man of the match there. Voting should be members only. We could do that. We might test that out in the next game. Got to be the trollers. Easy 9. Okay. All right. Let's move on from him and talk about Dominguez. I don't like him playing on this right-hand side position, if I'm being honest with you. I thought the whole right-hand side was quite a ghost town. So Darren says should be members only. But the non-members will say not members only. I don't know. I'll think about it. Maybe we'll test it out in the Leicester game. Look, Dominguez for me is playing out of position. If I was starting these 11 players, I would not have set them up like that for me. I would have put Dominguez alongside Sangare, Elanga on the right-hand side, and yes, Anderson played well in the 8, but I'm talking in terms of who fits where. I would have put Anderson on the left in that setup, if I'm being honest with you. I think that would have looked more balanced. I just don't like him out there on the right-hand side. I don't think he's a great crosser of the ball, nor is he a great forward passer of the ball. Do a poll. All right, let me do a quick poll. This should be funny. I don't know how many members we got, probably 800 or something. Let's see how many of the members will vote and how many won't. Should player ratings be members only? Yes or no? Who are we talking about? Dominguez. Yeah. I think he's at fault for the penalty, by the way. That's why I'm not the manager, says Simon. Fair point. Maybe I would have got 3 points. Yeah, and as Owen says, man, you want to be a member, 99p for a month. You get all the goals, all the videos early. You get these emojis. You know what I'm saying? They're all in there. All for 99p for a whole month. Not a day, a month. Oh, the non-members are winning at the moment, man, with 53% of the vote. 54%. If you remember, you better get voting. 99p is cheap. It is, exactly. Look, for what you get in return, it ain't bad. All right, I'll leave that vote open until we do the player rating. So get your votes in. Okay. Did I show you what? I haven't rated him. I'd probably say he's a 6. Penalty brings him to a 6 for me. I think it's his fault. He kind of forced Sells' hand. Maybe Sells could have come out a bit quicker. I don't know. We should have a non-member vote only, says Nick. Interesting choice. Okay, the members are fighting back, by the way. It's 49-51 in that vote. So I'm giving him a 6. You guys gave him a 6.2. You're not a member and you voted yes. Fair enough. You get Wolfie's number for 99p. That's true as well. But I will tell you, right, if someone calls me again at 3 a.m, there will be word spoken. Membership should be more. Well, there is a gold membership option. Anyway, we'll talk about the memberships in a little bit. I want to know what you guys are saying about Morgan Gibbs-White. Oh, Craig, they're calling you a traitor in the chat, man. Traitor in the chat. Guys, if you want the vote to mean anything, I need 250 likes. We're on 220, right? So 30 more likes, get it done. Let's talk about Morgan Gibbs-White. Look, I'll say in the first half, his passing was so off, man. It really was. I love this guy, but it was really poo-poo, the passing. Big up to Rick becoming a member. Shout out to Rick. Are you changing your vote now, Rick? Are you changing your vote? We'll get the link up as well. If you want to be a member, by the way, just click the $sign and you can see the membership, but it's 99p or ! member will give you the link as well. Want to be a member, click on the channel and scroll to the tab until it says membership. Yep, you can do it that way as well. Okay, look, I don't really want to go into Morgan Gibbs-White because in my preview, I said I would drop him. And I think I was justified to say I would drop him, right? By the way, Jonathan, did you get my email, bro? It was you that you sent an email the other week, didn't you? Did you get my reply? I don't want to go in on him, but I can see the argument, even though I don't agree with it, with the whole his head's been turned thing, right? I don't like to believe that that's the case with him. Big up to Sai. He goes, how many times does he want to give the ball away? Sai there with the 32 months Sai, man. Sai, like, look how young Sai is, man. He, like, became a member at birth. Legend Sai. All right, cool. I just wanted to check it went through to you, mate. So, his performance was poor. There was hopium with me today. Even though I would have dropped him, that he would have pulled something out of the bag, and he didn't. He didn't for me. I think for me, the best part he did, the highlight of the good things, was the chance that Elanga had in the first half. That was triggered by the pass from Morgan Gibbs. Oh, no, that was Dominguez, wasn't it? Was it Dominguez that made that pass, guys? Played in blue, still crap. Says Kev. I don't know. I don't know. What I need to know from you guys, right, is when all the Man City YouTubers are talking to me and asking me about Gibbs-White, do you want me to big him up to them, or do you want me to tell him that he's crap? So, AKA, if you want him to leave, you'd say big up. So if you want me to big him up, put a B in the chat. If you want me to talk him down because you want to keep him, put a K in the chat. Right? I've told them my honest opinion on him, but John's big up with the pound signs. So put a B or a K. B if you want me to big him up, or K because you want to keep him. All right, I'll let you guys do that. Oh, got spare B's in there. Anyway, back to his performance. Passing for me was terrible in the first half, and in the second half, I actually think he faded. He faded. The best I can give him is a 4, and I think I'm being quite generous there. If I'm being honest, I'm going to give him a 4 today. He does need to be dropped, but maybe against Leicester he'll find some space. I don't know. I don't know. See what you guys did. See what you guys did. 4.5. I'm not going to lie. I thought you guys had probably gone like a 3.6 or something. Morgan made the pass to Dominguez. That was it, Hazardous. I knew he was involved in there somewhere. I knew he was involved. That was probably his best pass of the game. But Dominguez's pass was better than that on the second bit. The assist of the assist that didn't turn out to be an assist. Okay. You got 4.5. Let's move on. And let's talk about Elanga. I don't like this whole Elanga thing on the left-hand side. It doesn't. Elanga prefers to play on the left-hand side, right? I think he's a better right winger because Elanga's got it in his head that his left foot is as good as his right foot. I don't think he's got a bad weak foot. I would say it's like a 4-star weak foot. It's not a 5-star weak foot, for those of you who know the FIFA terminology. I just think when he's on the right-hand side, it would encourage him more to get to the byline and get the ball in. I think what we're missing is these balls into the boxes, man. These like in behind, get to the byline, whip it in. I just don't think he was that influential today. I'm not saying he had a bad game. I think in general, in that final third, we weren't creative enough. And then when he did get switched to the right-hand side, when Sosa came on, about 10 minutes later, they got switched back. And what a moment for the channel as the legend Brian Clough becomes a member. Big up to you. Thank you for the 2 stars. I can hold my chin and head up high every time I'm talking to those Cartel 6 fans. Big up to you, Brian. Thank you so much for becoming a member. You can check the goals out. So it made more sense to me. That's why I said what I said about the start. Elanga should have been on the right. Dominguez, if you're playing this 11 in the 6 or the 8 with Sangare, and then Anderson on the left, would have been more balanced. But when he brought Sosa on for Dominguez, that was the right sub. And he put him the right way around. Sosa on the left and Elanga on the right. But then very quickly, it got switched back over. And I feel like it's Elanga forcing that issue out on the pitch because Nuno started Sosa on the left and Elanga on the right. In terms of his actual input in the game, I don't think there was that much. Like even the corner we scored, I think Anderson, if I'm not mistaken, took the corner. Not Elanga. So I don't think the output was great. He's a 5 for me in this game. A 5. That harsh? I don't know. Let's see what you guys said. 5.5. I thought you guys would have gone a 6, but okay. Okay, fine. Fair enough. Fair enough. We're 5 likes away from 250 likes. Quick reminder, do get that like button in if you have. That was the other thing. Thank you, Collis. I think he should have scored that chance. That's why in my head he's a 5. It's not harsh because I think he should have done better with that chance. That was a very good chance, and I thought Wood played that ball intelligently and early. And Elanga, I would expect him, even on his left foot, to put it wide enough of the keeper to go in. So I would have liked to, obviously we all would have liked to have seen it gone in, but I just think that was a chance there. That was a chance. So you guys gone 5.5. 5.5. I agree, Carol. He should have scored. He should have scored. Okay, let's talk about Wood. I actually thought Wood was decent today, and I'll tell you why. Although it felt like he was a bit of a ghost, in general for me, his productivity was high. He actually won those long kicks from Selhurst. I feel like he won more than he didn't. And I think his setup to Elanga, the one we just spoke about, was really intelligent and really good. Yeah, Jess. Yeah. We know what score you've done. Jess would do it. All right. Just saying a 10. So I think it was okay. Now, what I would say in front of goal, there was 0. There was 0. I don't think, correct me if I'm wrong, chat, I can't remember a shot he had. Did he have a shot today? So in my assessment of him is this: in the opposition box, not much. Outside of the opposition box, I felt he did well by winning the headers because that's rare. We haven't seen that. Created probably the best chance of the first half for us. And defensively, he was doing a bit of a defensive ting as well. Don't agree, mate. Didn't create anything and missed the one shot. What chance did he have? Oh my God, yes, I remember it. Oh my God, I forgot about that. How the hell? Yes. The one that came off Lacroix's inner thigh or calf. All right, see, this is why we work well as a team, right? We do this together. You guys can remind. Man, I forgot. Oh, he should have scored that. He should have scored that, man. The thing is, he did the right thing. He was composed, opened it up onto his right foot. He should have buried it, but I don't know. I need to see it back. But I think he built up into it correctly, if that makes sense. I'm going to be controversial here. I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. Good save. It wasn't on target. It deflected off Lacroix, I think it was, went behind for a corner. I'm going to give him a 6. John's saying a 2. Chat, give me your scores on Wood. What did you put for Wood? Was going in if it wasn't good defending, says Andrew. Right, give me your scores. What did you put out of 10 for Wood? I'm going 6. I was thinking about a 7, but I thought you lot would just like kill me if I went 7. All right. Doesn't do enough. I think he was more productive tonight. I don't know. Wolfie and Wood sitting in a tree. No, man, because I'm saying we need a new striker for next season. You're not like, oh, with agenda. All right, let's see what you did collectively. Right? 5.1. Wow. Agendas. I'm gonna nominate him for man of the match. If that chance had gone in 8, but it didn't, that's so reactionary to just. If that chance had gone in, we'd won the match. He was better than normal, says Carol. I normally give him a 3. Agendas. All right. Taiwo didn't come on, did he? I hope he didn't. I didn't see him. All right, you guys collectively on 5.1. I got a 6. As always, I'm right and you lot are wrong. Okay. Anyway, that was the starting 11, and then the substitutions. Help me out. Who was the first sub? Was it Sosa? It was Sosa, wasn't it? Was it Sosa? Sosa. Okay. I don't think he impacted the game, if I'm honest with you. Now, I would have started him in the game to give the balance, left-right balance. I don't actually think he did anything. And if I'm honest with you, I do agree with what Simon said earlier. He was a little easy to push off the ball. This is what I said to you lot pre-match, right, about Sosa. Are a lot of you saying Sosa is good because he hasn't had the minutes? He looks better from the bench. That, and I said that, I got the receipts on it. And yes, I know you said you're going to start him. Start him for balance. I still think he's better than Jota. Jota, just for me, is a dog chasing his tail. I don't think either of them are good enough, if I'm honest with you. Now, having said that as well, if we're being real, Callum Hudson-Odoi has been out of form since the Man City game. So even if he was playing, would he have made much of a difference? I don't know on this one. Look, he didn't impact the game. 4 for me. And he got decent-ish minutes for Sosa. He came on in the 66th minute. So you can't really say, oh, he got his, token 2 minutes. He got a decent amount of minutes. I'm going to go 4. How does that sit with you guys? Funzy, big up to you. 4.89. All right, so you lot are saying crap in the chat, and then you scored him higher than I have. Like, the maths don't maths on that. 4.89, nearly a 5 from you guys. Wood will score against Leicester. Apparently, he always does so. All right, you guys said 4.89 on Sosa. Next up was Ryan Yates. I'm not going to lie, he did annoy me when he came straight on and got booked. I think him and Einar that got booked at the same time? At one stage, I thought he was getting sent off for a double yellow. What's his name again, chat? Yates. There he is. I don't think he had a great performance. A big up to Halftime Hooks. We got the raid over from my boy Halftime Hooks. With Arsenal's big game on Wednesday. Make sure you subscribe to him. If one of the mods could chuck Hooks' link in the chat, it'd be much appreciated. Please do subscribe to my boy. We're always bantering, and he is one of the nicest guys on YouTube, I have to say. I hope he's not listening, because I will deny I said that. Big up to him. So yeah, Yates for me, I didn't like his performance, is what I'd say. And he just kept passing sideways and backwards in that game. He's probably a 4. That'll piss some of the happy clappers off, won't it? He's a 4 for me. Jota and Sosa is Wolves material, says NC. Sosa not fit in the team. He doesn't know what to do in the team, especially without the ball. Wolfie, you often ask for mods to send out links. How can we access the list? I don't have any. If you just go on YouTube, Chuck, and just type Halftime Hooks, he should come up. And you are right. I need to provide you guys with the list. So fair shout, bro. I'll WhatsApp you some. Just caught up and seeing you give Anderson an 8. Right, can you lot please deal with Nicky in the chat? I don't even want to talk to him. I don't even want to talk to him, right? Can you lot just school Nicky and troll Nicky, please? Thank you very much, right? I am not talking to Nicky. I'm not talking to Nicky, right? None of our subs influenced the game. No, I thought Morata was okay. Let's see what you gave Yates, though. You gave him a 4.87. I don't think he was a 4. I think he was a 4. I refuse to mod the mod, says Chaka. Yeah, maybe we'd take Nicky's mod capabilities off him for his football takes. But he is the most cuddly person I've ever met, I have to say. Curtis says, disagree. Sosa was very influential. I disagree with you disagreeing, bro, but this is the beauty of what we do here. You all get to have your say, and no one takes the piss out of you unless your name's Nicky. And then we do. Wait, Morato got a card on the... Did he really? I didn't even see that. And speaking of him, he's the next one up. So last sub was Morato. Morato. No, that's Moreno. Where the frick is... There he is. I thought he was okay when he came on. What minute did he come in? 81st minute. I don't think he did anything wrong. A couple of clearances. Nothing big to worry about. Nothing wrong to worry about, should I say. He actually got booked. Yeah, he did. You're right. He got booked. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... 8 yellow cards. All right, now you lot are making Nicky cry, man. Good. Make him cry some more. How did we get 8 yellow cards and they got 3? 3. Wow. I'll give Morato a 6 out of 10. I thought he was fine when he came on. Hopefully Murillo isn't injured. Now let's see what you guys said. 5.1 for Morato. We'll get fined. Yeah, let him get fined, man. We got the Greek father. He'll deal with the fine. All right, let's see what you guys are thinking on Nuno. The setup. Look, I've already talked about how I would set it up. By the way, the other way I would have set it up would have been a 4-3-2-1 if you were going to do that. So Anderson, Sangare, Dominguez across the middle, and then Elanga and Gibbs-White in behind. I don't mind the team he selected. In fact, I quite liked it. But I don't like the positions he put some players in, if that makes sense. I just don't think we're creative enough, guys. Look, he went and got a point. It was from a losing position. We were able to get a point. There's nothing wrong with what he did, but nothing like genius about what he did. So I'll give Nuno 6 out of 10. The other thing I'd say is, Morato was a forced substitution because of Murillo, right? Did Ryan Yates or Sosa swing the game into our favor at all? I don't think the subs made that much of a difference. It's not like he changed up the shape or anything. But a point away at Palace is a good point. I think I'm being fair with the 6. Get your ratings in the chat. What would you have given Nuno for that? Let's see what you did collectively. A 5.6. Bit lower than me, but not a million miles off. All right, let's deal with the man of the match. So the poll, should player ratings be members only? The no's win with 61%. 61% of you said no, keep it members open, with over 250 votes there. Man of the match. Should we let Nicky decide who should be man of the match? I think Anderson. I'm putting Sangare in. You can hold that. Do we get to rate Wolfie? Yeah. The link's in the chat. Who else? All right, I'll put Anderson in, man, but I need a couple of Nketiah. By the way, am I right about Nketiah? I can say that now. Am I right about Nketiah? Williams. Why can't I spell Williams? I've gone blank. Williams. All right, there we go. I've remembered how to spell it. Well, you're going to rate me as well? Oh, my God. All right, who else? Murillo, yeah. I guess he scored the goal. Let's chuck him on there as well. Wait, Nikki said maybe Williams. So Williams must have had a stinker. Williams must have had a stinker if Nikki's saying he thought Williams was all right. Maybe Sells is gone now. All right, get your vote. I'm pretty sure I know who you guys are going to vote for. Wow, Sangare's got 18% of the vote. Nico Williams, 20%. Murillo, 16%. Anderson is on 46% already. Get your votes in. I'm going to give you like 20 seconds. Why not Morgan Gibbs-White? Yeah, I guess I can shout for Morgan Gibbs-White on there as well. All right, you got 20 seconds to get your votes in. I don't even know if it's worth it because Anderson's got a decent enough lead here. So here comes your 10-second countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Your man of the match with 46% of the vote goes to Anderson. So, where does that leave us, guys? Where does that leave us? Well, the answer is in a position where we should be able to be more likely than not back in the top 5 come the weekend, once we hopefully beat Leicester. Imagine we don't. My God. Right, can you look? I'm not even reading that message out. If you could continue to deal with him in the chat, I would much appreciate the fraud that is in that chat. Please deal with him, chat. Do your job. So look, I'm overall, this ain't like after Brentford for me. I'm quite calm about the game. I say secretly, I did predict a draw in this match. So I'm all right with the point. And I'm expecting Forest to do what Forest do best, and that's prolong the agony until the last minutes of the final match. Because we're Forest and this is what we do, right? So let's see what happens against Leicester. That's coming up. We got so much build up. I mean, I haven't even spoken to the boys over at Blue Tinted Glasses, but I'm definitely sure they'll be up for loads of content this week. We got Grumpy Old Reds tomorrow. I'll have my post-match thoughts on this game and plenty of other content as well. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to send you over to Cass. Can you just troll him and just say, like, everyone go in his chat and say Rasmus, because he loves Rasmus Højlund, right? So just spam his chat with Rasmus. We'll be back on tomorrow. So please make sure you've hit that like button. Quick like check here. We're on 272. If you haven't hit the like button, make sure you've hit it now. We'll be back tomorrow, as always, with another video with Grumpy Old Reds. Plenty of content for you guys. Shout out to all the new subscribers. Shout out to all the new members. Shout out to all the OG members, the OG subscribers, and those of you who are trolling as well. We will see you tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your night. Come on, you Reds.